Hi, how's it going? This is Adrian Zumbado with Motor Club of America. If you're watching this video, it's because you're searching for an income opportunity, correct? Well, do you have 5 to 10 minutes to spare at this moment? If you do, then good, let's continue. Now, my company is experiencing very rapid growth. We added well over 10,000 members in the last 7 months, and we're looking for a few ambitious people to join our team. We're looking for people who have a drive to better themselves, people who are open-minded, people who can understand that there is more than your regular 9-to-5 job out there, people that can follow simple steps, people that are willing to learn, and most important, people that like helping others advance in life as well. If you feel this describes you, I need to ask you a few quick questions to see if you qualify. This video will be your interview for this position. As you can see, this is not your average job, okay? Number one thing, we need to understand that money don't grow on trees, and there is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. But this will determine if you will hire yourself for this job position, for this great opportunity. So let's begin. First question is, how serious are you about starting your own business? You know, maybe you never thought about it, never crossed your mind, you know, having your own business. You know, or maybe you have not found the right business to get into. You know, others may know what kind of business they would love to have, but just don't have the funds to make it a possibility, you know. So how serious are you about starting your own business, you know? Or maybe you're gonna ask yourself, well, why have your own business? What's so great about it? Well, number one thing is, you know, you control your own destiny. You have control over your life, of what you're doing. You know, once you see your business starting to work and grow, you know, you feel pride in building something on your own. You know, it's definitely a satisfaction. You know, another thing is you balance your own life. You know, you can be your own boss. You call your own hours. You decide how much and when you want to work. You know, and definitely that will determine your success, how much more you put into it. You know, well, let's say you don't want to start a business. You're just looking for a job. Either ways, my next question is, how much are you looking to earn per month? You know, what's your ideal pay? You know, I want you to write a number down, either in a job or having your own business. Well, what's the number that would satisfy you to get paid? You know, because that is why people work. You know, people go to work because they need to make money. They got bills to pay. They got things they got to do. You know. Another question is that I want you to ask yourself is, what's your current situation? You know, what do you do right now? Is the job that you have right now something that you're pleased with? Maybe you just need to make some extra income. You don't really, you know, not really thinking about leaving your job or anything. Or maybe you're trying to find something else that you can make so you can leave your current job. You know, what's your current situation? You know, how long have you been working at your current job? If you have one at the moment, you know, how long have you been there? You know, if you don't have one, you know, my question would be, you know, why haven't you found a job? What kind of job are you looking for? You know, we'll go back to the other question. How much are you willing to make? You know, why haven't you found a job? Are you looking for, like, the perfect job? I don't know. What's the reason you have not found one? You know, but if you do have one, you know, well, how long have you been working there? And what progress have you seen for you and your family during the time of you being employed at your current job, you know? Ask yourself all these questions and think hard on the answers, you know. I'll give you a moment to think. Actually, you know, so I don't make this video too long, you can just pause it and think about the answers. Alright, let's get back to seriousness. Last question. Do you have a computer at home? Do you have internet access? If you do not, then sorry, but you do not qualify for this position. But I'll take it that you do if you're watching this video right now. This video is only on the internet. Okay? Well, if you got this far through the interview, you have a higher chance to get the job. So let's continue. Now, for you to earn serious money with our program, you will need to devote at least 10 hours per week. So if everything else about this program meets your approval, could you set aside 10 hours a week to grow your income, well, I recommend that you do, you know. But for the record, we are not looking for super salespeople. It could be a bonus to have an experience, but truthfully, our company doesn't tolerate aggressive selling, okay? Now, in our business, you will be meeting and talking with average people who all want to either learn how to make money or just sign up for the benefits that the company give, which include emergency roadside service, discounts on hotels, car rentals, hospital benefits, credit card protection, and just so many benefits that the company give, you know. Now, you think you can interview people just like I am doing with you? Of course, you know, it's very simple, it's very easy, you know. I'm doing it right now through a video. Why couldn't you do it? Okay? So you think you might be the kind of person we are looking for and who can learn our business system? You know? Well, if you believe that yes is your answer, I am going to move you to the next qualifying step. This is a pre-screening so we can identify the few ambitious and motivated people that we are looking for. So I will ask you to go to our orientation video right now. We have partnered up with Checks on Friday to present you with this opportunity on what you will be doing, how it all works, and how much you get paid, you know. So grab a pen and write this down. Our website is moneycomingallday.com. You know, go and watch the orientation videos and follow the simple steps that is shown to you. My name is Adrian Zumbado, and my direct number, you will find it at the bottom of the website or on the other side of the card if you found this video through my flyers or through my business cards. Your response to our online orientation will determine whether or not we can include you in our training program. Okay, so go watch the videos. I am ready to show you how to make some serious money. So after the orientation, give me a call back to get your questions answered if you have any. Okay, thank you for your time and courtesy. Good luck. I wish you well.